looks so good. Oh! Wow.
What up, Edgerunner gang?
Hey, gang.
Chris and Nicole are back at it again with another reaction and discussion. Today we're going to be reacting to Cyberpunk 2077 Season 1, Episode 3.
Smooth Criminal.
And quick recap, in the last episode we met Lucy.
Yeah, new character.
And they supposedly had a fresh new bond,
I
friendship.
know. They were bonding on the moon, brain dancing in the moonlight.
And then, psych, it was a scam.
It was a trick. She gave you up to Maine.
Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that last episode. But really quickly, we want to talk about what type of language we're going to be going with moving forward. So after much deliberation between me and Nicole,
A lot.
we decided to go with sub once again.
Yeah, we're going to go with subs, you guys.
It just felt right in our hearts.
Yeah, it really did. I don't know. There's just something about the emotion and just the feel. And also there's something about like the way they sound. I feel like they feel more, to me,
alive.
like age appropriate. No.
Oh yeah,
also
age
like
appropriate.
age appropriate. Like I feel like Lucy sounds like a little bit younger, and also David.
Yeah. And I just feel like the emotion and the I don't know, the acting, the voice acting is just like a touch better to me in Japanese. Yeah. It's really close.
It's so
though.
close though. Like there's really nothing at all against the dub. Like it was really good. It was hard to choose, honestly.
I just really enjoy the Japanese voice acting a little bit more. It just has that little punch, that little bit more of emotion and spectacle to it that I really enjoy. So moving forward, we're going to be going with sub. We also took great account into the votes that you guys did on our poll. So we want to thank you guys for voting. All of you that voted, and you got what you wanted. The poll was very close, but it's primarily sub, and that's what we're going to do moving forward. All right, guys, let's get into it.
Let's go.
Damn, this guy is huge.
Oh.
Talking about the mom.
Oh.
Ooh, new characters.
Ooh. Wow. Well, at least they learned about her.
This guy's lanky.
Ooh.
8.
Oh, it's true, but you definitely shouldn't use it that much. Oh. Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it says bloody nose already.
Yeah, he has some like crazy resistance to it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's ever gonna take a toll.
Ooh. Go on a job?
This is it, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Sneaky.
Yeah, sneaky.
She's a sneaky one, isn't she?
She is. Oh.
Oh, got his feelings
Poor
hurt, bro. Yeah,
David.
poor David. That's nice. Really.
Yeah. I mean, even Maine said his condolences too.
Yeah.
Oh, he still hasn't paid.
Principal.
Oh.
Scholarship.
Ooh. What? No.
Nah.
Nah. He can apologize to me. Ooh. Can't wait to see what they're doing. Oh, shut up, you. Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
Damn, that was even
dang.
a block.
Still going.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh, this is cool.
Oh.
It's that kind of fight.
Damn.
Whoa.
That was sick. I love that X-ray view.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Jack did coke. Yeah, this is so cool. I love it every time he uses
I know. Ooh. Of course it's gonna go that easy.
Easy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh,
Bellica.
Ooh, a new.
Whoa.
Who's this?
What the?
She spilled something on him.
Okay, sure. Oh damn, they're gonna
Ooh.
drive?
Fancy.
I know. I
Dang.
think it's called an Alvarado. This is a car that's in the game.
Yeah, plush. She seems funny.
That angle.
I
though,
know, that's a cool
the
angle.
Perspective.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ooh, ooh.
Time to
Time
learn.
to learn. All right. Let's go, David.
Let's go. Time to learn.
Time to
Ooh,
learn.
that looked nice too.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. I mean,
At least it's not his car.
yeah, he's learning. Look how he's driving.
Such intensity.
I know.
She's so chill.
Yeah, I know.
She's always so chill, honestly.
Yeah.
I've never seen her ever like panic or anything like that.
Nope. Uh-oh. Man. These bikes are crazy.
I know. Kind of reminds me of like Akira a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she did a ara ara.
She did.
I was waiting for that.
It was nice.
It was smooth ara ara. Oh, down
Uh-oh.
flashback.
Trauma.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. That's quite a move.
Just straight up jumped it. That was insane. Let's
Oh,
go.
look, look, she kind of looks worried now.
A little bit, huh? Oh, damn.
Oh.
She does look a little. Damn.
Oh.
What the F?
Man.
That's some serious driving right
Yeah.
there. Ooh.
Oh. Uh-oh. You're gonna eat it.
Oh.
Oh. That was
you
so
sliced
brutal.
in half, dude. Sick.
Wow. I forgot that this shows
Oh
that.
god, look at his nosebleed. He looks messed up. Did it though.
Yeah.
Big
He's got it.
Big impress.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow, the other one. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Sparkles.
I like that sparkle. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's go. Hey. Damn.
Oh. Ooh, I know, this looks so good.
Oh.
Wow. Oh no. It's tangled.
Oh.
Who's that?
A car?
I know.
Damn.
Just in time. Ah.
Oh, I want to see Main. Let's
yeah,
go,
let's
boys.
see Main own this guy.
Ooh, bro, what a badass. Use those gorilla arms, bro.
Wow.
Oh!
This looks crazy.
Damn.
Whoa. Whoa.
That was sick.
Whoa.
A little overkill. He splattered him.
It's like he doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, it's just a blood splatter on the ground. Damn, that was sick.
Wow, that was so cool.
Love that animation
Yeah.
there too. It was dope. Damn, this guy though.
Ooh. He's been accepted.
Wow. Damn, accepted though
I know.
into the group
I mean, that was...
by Main himself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Choose. Oh, damn. Gotta bring that flashlight back out.
I know. I don't know, he looks he got the moves.
Man, you got the moves. Me don't even need that. Ooh.
Oh, that's what he needed.
And money.
Alright.
I'm liking Main.
Me too.
He's a really cool guy so far. Nakamas, bro.
Uh-oh.
Look at that shading though. Looks. Oh,
Whoa.
what? You got triple eye mode going on here?
Uh-oh. This looks serious.
Like a iPhone triple camera, but you got triple eyeball.
Yeah. Totally.
One's ultra wide. He has the telephoto.
Mm-hmm.
The regular.
Maybe macro. Ooh.
That was pretty serious.
That was very
That was
serious.
some fucking boss mode talking right there.
Faraday. Mizutani.
Yeah, it's one of the cooler cars in the game,
Mhm.
actually. Let's see more of this Rebecca.
Look who's watching him.
Oh, does she have pigtails?
I think so.
Tsundere.
Cinder.
She really hates carbonated drinks, huh?
I know. Was it
Yeah.
super fizzy? Ooh. Yeah, that's what's up.
What a beast.
David's a beast.
Yeah,
I
David's
love
a
it.
beast.
Love it.
I ain't gonna apologize, boo.
Yeah, he can eat it.
Yeah. F that guy. Got the new squad, you know what I'm saying? Zuh. Woo. Hey.
Ooh,
Man, that was
yeah.
an action-packed
Ooh,
one,
that was
guys.
so
Man,
good.
I love the animation in
I
this
know.
episode.
So good, so good, so
Ooh.
good. Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I
the
was waiting
driving
for.
scene, the fighting
oh,
scene,
the fighting. Oh,
everything,
all of it.
everything.
Yeah.
Man, great episode
Yeah.
overall. I loved it. Amazing. Really
Yeah.
showcasing Trigger's signature style.
For sure, for sure.
And yeah, giving me more of that Trigger goodness that I know I need in my
I
life.
know, it was so yummy.
But yeah, let's go ahead and break this episode down. Yeah, a good amount of stuff happened here. We got to really kind of get a good introduction to Main and his crew here.
Yeah.
So-
Ooh, and I like all their designs.
Yeah. What do you think of like Main's design?
Aw,
we also
Main's
have
so cool.
Main is really cool.
He's so like you get the
Such
feeling
a
right
boss,
away. He's
yeah.
a boss. He's like a tank. He's like huge.
Yes. And then so we also have Pillar and Dorio in this scene. This
Yep.
all kind of takes place in Lucy's room. And then we also have two other members that we meet later, Rebecca and Kiwi.
Yep.
And yeah, man. So it kind of explains that his mother died. He installed the Sandevistian into himself.
Yep.
And yeah, he ends up convincing them to kind of give him a chance, not only give him a chance, but also to keep the Sandy in his body.
Yeah,
right?
I'm surprised,
I was crazy surprised. I was like, bro, I'm pretty sure like most people would just fucking
kill him
and then take it back, you know?
Yeah. But it seems like Min is like a kind of true, like, good guy for what they do. Like, he actually was like, okay, even I'll do this also for Gloria too.
Yeah. So he kind of says he owes it to Gloria. So like they kind of have that history, right?
Yeah.
They kind of have like, they have history, and it kind of shows that like they've been through some stuff together. So he owes it to her, which is kind of interesting. Kind of gives him a little bit of backstory.
Backstory for sure, but also it's just kind of just showing what kind of guy Min is. Like, I mean, they're doing kind of like, you know, all these illegal things, but he deep down, like, he's like,
he's like honor. And like,
exactly.
Yeah, pretty honorable guy though. Yeah. And so then he ends up convincing them like, hey, give me a chance. And then so he ends up saying, he's gonna give him a chance to kind of show him what's up, and then he's gonna contact him the next day. And then we have this short sequence with just David and Lucy, and he kind of feels almost like heartbroken a little bit.
He's like told betrayed, which was kind of true. Yeah. So.
I felt a little bad for him, but it was actually kind of nice that after he left, she still said condolences.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a nice little thing for her to say, Lucy.
Yeah.
And it jumps to the next day, and then we get this message from the principal. And apparently David has a scholarship, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
All he has to do to get back into school is apologize to Katsuo.
Yeah. Right.
But an interesting thing here is that he mentions his father, which is Mr. Tanaka, which is a name that we get later on in the episode, actually.
Yeah.
So is this the same Tanaka?
I mean, it is a common last name, but it is a common last name. More than likely,
More than likely, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
especially because he said his dad was an Arasaka executive.
So going on the job, basically the job is essentially to steal the nav data from a limo from a limo driver. A limo driver, or the later we see it comes from the limo itself, right?
Yeah, due to some
unforeseen circumstances. They end up kind of attempting to steal this data from the bodyguard of Tanaka, right?
Yep, Maxim.
And then things go a bit awry. He ends up being called in on his day off.
Yeah.
And then mid-jacking of the data, right, from him, he gets the call from his boss, and then they have to return it back. So they end up stealing the keys, right?
Yep. The
from
keys.
Maxim, and then they have to steal the data from the limo itself.
Right.
And I just want to mention they go into this taxi or this limo, which is an Alvarado, I believe, and it's a car, one of the cars in the game, and then they end up going in there, and then Lucy is the one who ends up hacking and doing like a little bit of data encryption here.
Yeah. And then one thing I just wanted to say about the interior of this car, like I think this is the first time that we really see like this detail of like the super luxurious car, and like you could see like the colors and like the materials. Like this looks nothing like Night City. Like everything is always like grimy or like super bright and like metal and like greasy. This is like when they go in the car,
luxurious,
it's like,
there,
whoa,
right?
it's like this is a different world. And I feel like that's what they're trying to say. Like this is the corpo world.
Yeah, this is the corpo world.
And then the
this
outside
is the corpo
like
money right
here. Yeah,
here.
that's the corpo money.
And they do a really good job showing like how extravagant it is. I think he like touches the inside, and then there's like extravagant, like exotic wood paneling on the inside.
I don't think I've ever seen wood actually. Think about it.
Wood in Night City? Probably not.
Yeah, it's probably
trees
crazy.
are probably rare.
Yeah, it's probably crazy exotic.
But it end up just being like normal pine, but like in the future, it's exotic to have wood in general.
Right.
But during this, so they end up having to hack the limo itself for the nav data, and then Lucy is doing her hacking here, and it's actually the hacking sequence. There's like a screen, and it actually is it's exactly the same thing as the hacking mini game that's in Cyberpunk itself. So that's I don't know if I noticed that during the reaction, but yeah, definitely after we watched it a second time, I was like, oh, a little nod to the game, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So they end up getting caught, Maxim is right there.
Yeah.
And David has to.
He has to go. He has to start the car, and they just gotta book it, basically.
And then Main's like, "Show me you have what it takes,"
yeah.
right? And then we see some really cool like topography on the screen, just like last time.
Yeah.
Showing up, and David ends up gunning it, right?
Yeah.
They go down. They seem like they're doing all right, and then out of nowhere we see the tiger claws.
Yeah, because there's been a hit, or at least like
he set like a bounty already.
There
Maxim
we go,
like within like what 30 seconds.
Yeah,
right?
seconds. Yeah, for sure.
And then the tiger claws are like right on their tail here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the Tiger Claws, another gang that's also in Night City.
Gangs everywhere.
They're primarily a Japanese gang. You encounter them quite a bit in the game, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you. Yeah. And then they even have motorcycles as well. They kind of hang out on the street sometimes as well. And we get this sick like highway driving sequence, super high energy. I really like the sequence. And then we get to see David using his Sandy several times here.
Yeah, a lot.
We were actually counting during it, and he actually uses it 7 times during this sequence. And then during one moment of using Sandy, he's approaching like this semi, right?
Yeah.
And then he turns really quickly out, and then the guy, one of the Tiger Claws, gets hit by this like semi truck.
Yeah.
In this really brutal manner,
I know.
right?
Dude, I totally I feel like just because like throughout this whole part, like I totally forgot just about this uncensored goriness about this.
We haven't seen like gore like this since episode 1.
Yeah,
I think.
so then I was like,
episode 2 was a little bit of a break from all the gore, but this was like, bro, he got like cut in half,
and then like went under.
He went underneath one of the tires, and then it shows him actually getting like crushed.
Yeah, brutal, man.
So brutal, so brutal. Loved it. Love seeing that. And during this, actually, they mentioned the Aldos, which I assume means the Aldocados, which is a clan in Cyberpunk as well. I think their leader is Santiago. You do a bunch of missions for the Aldos. They're like these nomads in the desert. And they're a pretty big deal. They're pretty cool too. But yeah, he uses it several times. I think we counted 7 times, and then 2 times in the bar. And then he also uses it 1 time in the fight that we get to see next. And that makes a grand total of 10 times. This boy is using Sandy 10 times.
I know, that's like way too much. Like
the Ripper Duck was like 2, maybe 3 in the last episode.
It was like way too much.
He's using it 10 times a day.
Already. I don't know. This must be doing a number on his body for sure.
So yeah, they end up escaping for a moment, and then they're at the Aldos, right? And then lo and behold, one of the Tiger Claws, the green guy.
Yeah, the one who just kind of crashed off to the side. So
he ends up catching up to them.
Yeah.
And we get this sick fight sequence between just Lucy and David.
Yeah.
Like David uses his Sandy one more time, and then we see Lucy using her monowire, which is another thing that's in the game. It's kind of just this wire. We saw a little bit in episode 2, in the last episode. She wraps it around his neck in episode 2 while they're on the monorail.
Right.
But here we really get to see kind of like her using it, her skill with it. And she's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
She wraps up the guy's saya for his katana. And then
I want to say like just for this, like right when they start, actually, like I just had flashes of like remembering Tingitopa Gurren Lagann. This definitely reminded me of the fight of Kamina and Viral. Because there's a part where Kamina like is bringing the sword out, right?
Yeah, like,
and it's like this super long.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe
it was like a reference a little bit, right? Because it has to be
like it was.
His hair was blue, the sword was coming out, and I feel like these really like dynamic angles, you know, like.
It's totally Trigger
it's
style.
It's so Trigger, and then like it's just like this like extravaganza of Z-axis like everywhere. It was like good, so good.
A lot of Z-axis movement straight towards the camera. These really dynamic perspectives, where it's like it looks almost like I don't know,
fish eye kind of.
Fish eye,
yeah.
But again, like as you're referencing that Kamina scene where he just like pulls the sword out for super long. If you guys know the scene, comment down below. But
cool.
He like pulls. It's pretty. Yeah, what episode of Tingitopa Gurren Lagann it is, but it's the first time he and Viral meet each other.
Yeah, they're like in a field or something,
yeah,
right?
they're in the field, and he like pulls the sword out, and like the sword is like crazy long. And then it just lasts for way too long, and it's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. I love that scene.
So good.
But yeah, man, this whole scene is so sick.
Just everything right at this point is like so like what my eyes are like. I can't stop like looking around. Like I loved even watching it again. Like the second time was like, whoa, look how cool it is.
Yeah, so David like ends up tackling the guy, and then the guy ends up about to like slice David right here, right? And then Lucy comes through with the mono wire and then like slices his arm up, which is super sick.
Ew, and then you could see like
All
the
the
muscles
blood,
and the bone. The bone. Oh,
yeah, I thought this part was really cool. I was like, damn, let's get it, Lucy.
Yeah.
But then he comes through with a mantis blade on his other arm, and he's about to like stab David, and then Lucy can't do anything. She's like way back there, and her mono wire is like tied up in like, his meat, like his arm meat.
Yeah, I know. I was like, ugh.
And he's about to like just stab David right in the face, and then Maine comes through with a block with a car.
Yeah. This is so high intensity. Like,
yeah,
I'm like,
this whole time I could like barely breathe. I'm like, holy crap.
You're just like looking everywhere, like, whoa, what's happening?
And then Maine comes, busts out of the car, ends up like I don't know. He punches his mantis blade.
Yeah.
And then the other guy busts out another blade, I think, at this moment.
Yeah.
And then
He's trying
Maine
to.
busts out like a
Cannon?
cannon straight out of his arm.
Mini cannon?
And blasts this guy point blank in the face.
Yeah.
I love this part as well. It's just like a spray of blood.
And the animation of it like blowing into like this like ring of blood. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was like a ring of blood. Like seriously, it's like in like atoms or something like going around him.
Yeah, it's like his like all of his like body parts are like just getting like morphed into like liquid.
Yeah, he just straight turns to liquid.
Yeah.
And then like you're saying, like you noticed there was like particles coming out and hits like a bunch of barrels in the background.
Yeah, by the time it explodes and it hits the barrels, you just see like the blood splatter, but also like bone matter, I think.
Bone matter, I think. It's so cool. I love it. Amazing stuff. And yeah, so sick. I love this scene so much. I want more. Totally Trigger style here.
I know. I'm so in love with this kind of animation. I love it.
It really reminded me of like all of their previous works. So I really loved it. It was dope.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the high contrast, like the bold colors, the heavy line work.
Yeah.
Really dope.
So stylized. And so Trigger too. Like if you even just see one frame of that animation, you were gonna be like Trigger all the way.
Yeah, totally. And it kind of reminded me of like those middle cards that they have in Tengen Toppa Gurren also.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Those are so cool too.
Yeah, with that really heavy black line work.
Yeah.
So cool. But yeah, the next scene that we see here is kind of like this after party kind of sequence.
Yeah.
And yeah, he kind of welcomes David to the crew. He kind of explains like, you know, everybody gets their fair share. And it kind of just shows what kind of dude Maine is.
Yeah.
Like he's
I mean, for his crew, like he's a pretty straight, like kind of business guy.
Yeah. And then he treats his crew fairly, and he's okay spending eddies as long as, you know, it makes you stronger or it makes your crew stronger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's glad to have David here. And yeah, David's pretty unique here, I think. He's able to use Sandy 10 times.
Yeah.
And normal people can only use it like 2 times.
Yeah. And
Two, maybe 3 max. And bro, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like I'm still super curious, like what makes him unique?
Yeah.
What
I'm curious too.
the hell is up with David?
Yeah.
Like, is he born different? Like, I don't know. Is he truly all natural? I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
But there's such a huge mystery behind David at this point and why he's able to use the Sandy so effectively. And yeah, I'm curious. I'm so curious. I want to find out more about why this is. But after all this, he ends up giving him a bunch of amino suppressants, enough for a month. He also pays him pretty well. We don't really get to see exactly how much money he gets
but it seems
here,
like a lot.
but it seems like a good amount. And yeah, man, I think this is a really good opportunity for David. You know, like after episode 1 where he was down in the dumps and there was so much like nothing going on in his life, and his mom just died.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, to find a crew like this of good people who are not trying to trick him really in any way.
Yeah.
Like he could have easily joined like a bad crew.
Yeah, that would just use him or would have killed him, honestly, just for
like if he joined like Maelstrom or something like that, they would just like be like, they would double cross him so easily.
For sure.
But I think these guys are pretty cool. I don't think they're gonna double cross him in any way.
No, but they definitely have to. He definitely has to look out for himself. I feel like the first thing that he tells him is like, you gotta watch out for yourself. So.
And then after all this, we get to see Faraday. We get an introduction to a whole new character here, and he has 3 eyeballs.
Yeah.
I've never seen a character in Cyberpunk with this triple eye setup, even in the game.
Yeah.
If this is in the game, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, he looks fucking sick.
Yeah, he looks cool.
Super boss, right? He's one of the fixers, the people who kind of like give you jobs in the game. And apparently they got the nav data, but they didn't want. But what makes this nav data so important is that it shows the locations of Tanaka. And Tanaka, like we mentioned earlier, is most likely Katsuo's dad here, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
So there's kind of a very thin connection between David and Tanaka, and I'm curious whether maybe that thin connection may come into play in the future. Like maybe David might go back to school, maybe buddy up with Katsuo again, and then it'll be an opportunity for them to get more information on his father.
Oh, actually, maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not, though. I don't know.
Not. But I mean, there is that thin connection between them two, so it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, it could have, but I just feel like that bridge is like burned and like burned again until it was ashes, until it was nothing.
I don't know. Maybe if he does it, he gives them a fake apology,
maybe
right?
It's for the if it's absolutely for the job, then maybe
and then maybe he gives them a fake apology, and then maybe they kind of become friends, and then he like not real friends, but like kind of double crosses him and just tries to get more data on his father, who seems like a pretty important guy, apparently, to Faraday here. Yeah. And they need more information on him, and then he apparently already changed sight, whatever that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is one of the most interesting kind of interactions in this episode, and it's between Faraday and Maine. You kind of get a feel for who Maine is, who Faraday is, and their kind of relationship and how they work together. It's pretty cool, and it kind of gives us a little bit more mystery as to what's up with Katsuo's father, Tanaka, or this mysterious Tanaka.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty cool. And lastly, it just kind of drifts off, and then we see a short sequence between Rebecca and David here. I have to mention that earlier in the bar scene, though, with Rebecca.
Yeah, that was an interesting tactic to distract a guy.
Yeah. Spill a drink on it, like, oh my god.
Oh my god. I know, like, and then he's like not even mad anymore. He's like, whatever.
Oh, and I want to mention Pillar's kind of like his plate juggling, bottle juggling situation.
Actually, now that you mentioned Pillar, I'd rather be like, the whole time I was watching, I'm like, why is his voice so familiar? And then I was like, later I was like, is this Okuyasu from freaking JoJo?
Right.
And it was. The VA is the same guy.
Okuyasu. Yeah. He's also, who else?
He's also Zoro.
He's Zoro.
Yeah.
He's Toby from Naruto.
Yeah. He's a very, very
he's
famous.
Masaru from Hajime no Ippo. If you guys watch Hajime no Ippo.
I just know it right away because like he has this really like funny way of doing his voices that are so like outlandish.
So speaking of VAs, Maine is also Ging from Hunter x Hunter. But
great work. I mean, like
great stuff. Yeah. I really like Maine's voice acting.
Yeah, Maine's voice sounds so like commanding and like I'd be like,
authoritative.
Yeah, you're the boss. Got it, boss.
But yeah, and then there's a little scene between Rebecca and him, and also Pillar. I was talking about Pillar. But yeah, he does his little like bottle juggling thing.
Yeah, it's weird stuff.
and then she's like, they mention like a little bit of the like maybe you'd be good at like doing a little of this kind of motion.
Yeah, I think Dorio was the one saying that.
Yeah,
right?
Dorio. Yeah. And he gets mad, and then he goes, how about this? And then he sticks his hand like through a bottle, and his fingers are like coming out of the top. And I was like, jeez.
I know.
These guys are nasty.
I know.
But pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we see Rebecca a little bit here. And we see David again not enjoying carbonated drinks.
No, you know what? Now that I think about that too, it's still. This also still brings me back to think about FLCL when Naoto doesn't like the sour drinks.
But I said
he's like,
I don't like sour
and then
stuff.
I feel like David does the same thing too, actually.
Yeah, and that's still like Gynex / Trigger.
Trigger, yeah.
So,
There's coming of age, I feel. There's a coming
sour
of age.
drinks versus like carbonated drinks. There's totally that connection between Naota and him, like this whole like dislike of drinks.
Yeah.
I wonder if towards the end, like Naota, like he's gonna kind of get over that, and then we'll see him drinking carbonated drinks at the end of the series.
Maybe
That'd be
something to look for.
Yeah. And then there's one thing I wanted to mention. There was a Mizutani Shion M7Z, I believe, which is a really cool car in the game as well. And
Pillar and Lucy were sitting on.
Yes. And then lastly, we get a call from the principal, and David kind of like beats it right here.
Yeah.
Tells him off like, hell no, you can
tell Katsu this.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
I just love
he was a messenger. Like even though he was the principal, he was like treating him like a little messenger. Like you tell him this little message, by the way. And by the way, all of you.
David's such a beast. I love like his whole attitude, the way his swagger. Like this guy got some swag. He got some balls. He convinced Maine to like give him a chance.
Yeah.
Like even Maine says himself like this kid has balls, and he does.
He does.
I love David's character so far.
I mean,
he's pretty cool. He's a great main character.
Yeah, I do like him a lot.
But yeah, that's pretty much this episode. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, same. Like it was
action packed
and everything.
It was
I thought it
Trigger.
It was so Trigger, and I couldn't be more. I could not be more happier. It's just so good.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, you have anything else you want to say about this episode?
No, it was amazing.
All right. It was amazing, but if you guys thought this episode was amazing, maybe go down below. Hit that lickety like button. Maybe consider subscribing.
Yeah.
It helps Algorithm Senpai notice us that little bit more.
Onegaishimasu, Algorithm Senpai.
And lastly, as always, we want to say thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. We really hope you enjoyed this one. And let us know what was your favorite part. Did this episode remind you of Trigger's previous works in any way?
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite Trigger work?
Yeah. That's a good question, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to know because I love Trigger.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's probably going to be it for us today. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Later.